So we're here with Jossi Wells, New Zealand Sportsperson of the Year, New Zealand Olympian. He just missed a podium on the halfpipe in the halfpipe competition. He's definitely flown the furthest than anyone else to be here with us today at the B&E Invitational, and he has also put in the slick style back into Steezy. Jossi, great to see you healthy, back on snow. You had a little bit of a hiccup in September last year. Talk to me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so I was over in Aussie for the One Hit Wonder Big Air event, and day of competition I stepped up and guinea pigged the jump, and I came up short. I hit the knuckle, and then I bounced off the knuckle and just kind of drifted back and went quite a ways down the landing and landed right on my neck, and ended up getting a burst fracture in C7 and a compression fracture in C5, and I had a neck brace on for like 3 months. Unfortunately, I didn't need surgery, so that was cool.
That's good to hear.
But yeah, had to have that neck brace on 24/7 for 3 months, and then a bit of a long rehab, from there. And still now it's not great. It doesn't bother me when I ski, which is awesome. It's more like when I wake up in the mornings and
bit of stiffness
from lying on the couch, it can get pretty sore and stuff. So. Still definitely really stiff, but it's not bugging me when I ski, which is the main thing.
And it's great to see you out on the skis, man. That could have obviously been so much worse, so really good to hear that you're healing up.
Very scary, yeah. Lying in a hospital bed, just re-evaluating everything.
Yeah.
Puts everything in perspective pretty quick, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good for my mental game, I think.
Good, that's good to hear. It's always great to take the positive things out of that, that sort of stuff. Now, you've been on the circuit for a really long time. You obviously sort of hit the scene when you're 14, well, obviously in the youth over in New Zealand, 15. 24 now.
Yep.
I've got my facts right.
You got them right.
So you've been doing the circuit for a while. How does the B&E compare to something like the Olympics or the FIS or the X-Games?
The biggest thing, we skied the course yesterday, and kind of every time I drop in, I kind of feel like it's in a bit of a dreamland. Is this kind of real? Like, this is subconsciously something like that I've always wanted to ski. These features, I skateboard a lot, so I've always kind of never really thought about it too hard. But skiing yesterday, I realized man, this is something I've always wanted to be able to ski, kind of thing. Just flow through like a bowl on my skis. And B&E have made that kind of happen, which is really cool.
The crazy minds of Henrik and Phil.
Oh yeah, those dudes are the sickest. And it's just it's so much more creative than a slope course or a half pipe. I mean, slope courses change a little bit with the ramps and stuff, but you can pretty much always know what the features are going to be. You're never going to hit some crazy side trainee jumps and stuff. There, it's just boom, boom, boom. So. It's pretty cool to have a feature that nobody has had mad practice on, and you can't come here with your formula, throw your formula together and win a comp.
Yeah.
It's it's really organic. The people's lines they take, the flow they take through there and stuff is just as much fun sitting there watching other people go through than going through yourself, because it's just everyone's doing these different lines every time, and it's all brand new to everyone, so we're just that's sick.
And feeding off of each other, the energy up there when someone sees a different line and they hit it, and then a couple of other people are oh yeah, that'd be cool. And
it's really
it must be so much fun just having those creative juices flowing the whole time.
It's the best.
And Les Arc, you've never been here before, is that right?
No, I've never been here, but I haven't actually gone to the very top yet, but
it's a long way up.
I've heard it's pretty crazy up there if you've got that gondola, so I think I'm going to have to head up there before I leave and check it all out.
For sure,
I've been to kind of some of the surrounding mountains here, but never been here before. I'm having a great time.
We'll have to get a picture of you reading the Lakes Weekly Bulletin at the top.
Yes,
win a $50 Winnie's voucher. So with that course, the variations, the hips, the transfers, the bowls, the fact that you compete in slopestyle, big air and half pipe, do you think that gives you a bit of an advantage over the other competitors?
I don't know if it'll be an advantage. It's definitely, I'm pretty comfortable with riding all sorts of features, but as I said before, we've never had features like this, or a bowl setup kind of thing with all these different angles and stuff. So I don't think anyone's really got an advantage over anyone here. It's all so new. And you know, like even the guys that don't ride half pipe, they're good at doing one hits and stuff. And you know, like they can ride transition. All the dudes here are crazy good at riding transition. They're good at riding rails. They're good at riding jumps. And you know, the biggest thing I think when Phil and Henrik are inviting people here is to invite people that, you know, bring their own kind of style. So it's pretty cool to be up there and just watch these, you know, however many guys are in here. I don't know, 16?
20, 24.
24 dudes.
Yeah, man.
All
That's
have
a big
this
field.
unique style, bringing their own little flavour to this whole bowl. It's like, it's really cool to watch.
I've got to talk to you about style. The leather jacket, the slim fit pants. There's a lot of gangsters out there wearing the big baggy stuff, the oversized like ice hockey shirts and stuff. Man, I love this style. I think you put in the slick back into Steez.
Thank you.
Is it come from somewhere, or is it just, okay, I'm going to just do something a little bit different?
I don't know, I think some of the people that influenced me growing up kind of, you know, influenced my style. Just, you know, growing up being younger, you know, I used to wear like baggy stuff.
Yeah.
And then started seeing dudes that kind of had a more slick style. I was like,
I kind of like that.
I kind of like started to adopt it.
And having as many brothers as you've got as well, you're obviously in a bit of competition with each other as to who looks best on the hill each day. So.
Well, it's cool because now all those dudes are just little slick bricks themselves. Killing the game right now.
Number one, he's here, man, the originator. So the course, we've talked about how fluid it is, how organic it is. You still must have a little bit of an idea about what type of tricks you want to be pulling today. Is there something that you've got in mind, or is there a particular style that you're looking at, like perhaps lots of butters, or?
I haven't really got anything crazy lined up in my head yet. You know, I know which tricks I can do well and which ones I'm not so good at, and so I'm definitely going to be trying to like put in the tricks that I can do well in my runs and stuff. But yeah, I kind of it's. Every time I go to a contest, you know, it's always kind of like, all right, get my run down, blah, blah, blah. It's like kind of intense.
Yeah.
So coming here, I was kind of like, all right, like, it's nice to be at an event where, like, there's no stress. I'm not trying to, you know, do the gnarliest run off the bat, blah, blah, blah. So kind of taking a little bit more mellow approach, and I'm just going to, you know, cruise through the course and kind of let the course feel it out and see where I can do what tricks and blah blah. So
it's amazing because everyone that we've spoken to has said exactly the same thing in terms of the vibe and the feel, that it's just so great to be out with, like you said, 24 of the best riders in the world, but not have that pressure of nailing those 2 runs or having that set run, and being able to feed off of the energy of all of the other riders. Who are you going to look out for up there? There's got to be a couple of people that you're going to be looking at just to see what they're doing. And
sure. It's so hard to name. Like this, every single person here is just ill. I'm a big fan of pretty much everyone that's here.
Yeah.
Of course, Henrik and Phil. I love watching those dudes ski. Unreal.
Mad props for bringing it and putting it all together.
For sure, man. Those guys really killed it. I'm real grateful for them for inviting me to come get a chance to ride my dream feature skateboard. It's so sweet.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Torin's killing it. He did some cool stuff yesterday. He goes massive in the pipe, so he goes big and huge on those hips and stuff. And,
and he won an award last year as well.
Yeah,
I think he got best
overall.
Oh, was it overall last year? Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure he'll be trying to defend his title again.
Yeah, we're killing it.
And one last thing. What I've asked everybody this, and it again kind of evolves out of the competition spirit and the way that this competition's set up. They've had the B&E Invitational, so they had the video competition here. Is that something that you see yourself moving a little bit more towards, just producing videos and getting involved with video edits rather than the competition side, or are you going to still keep pushing the competition aspect of your riding?
I've always tried to do a bit of filming, but being so heavily comp focused for years has been kind of hard to have time to do that. I think as I get older, I'm getting...
As you get older, you're 24, dude.
Yeah,
you've got years to
I'm
come.
at the contest now. I'm like the old dude that's there. It's like pretty nuts.
It's experience. It's not age.
Yeah, tell that to my body. I'm definitely going to get into filming a lot. I just came from a film trip for 10 days out in Toronto, shooting some rails and stuff.
I saw that.
Max Hill, the dude that he was supposed to come and then he got injured, so he subbed me in.
And did he injure himself while he was filming with you?
Nah, he injured himself like a couple of weeks before when he was filming.
Yeah,
So-
because that's like a street section that you guys are putting in,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
yeah.
Yeah, I
Super
saw some
cool.
Instagram. I think it looks
Yeah.
gnarly.
Yeah, it
Dude.
should be cool. These dudes have been killing it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm trying to put together a segment this year and lay a little more low on the contest. So I think next few years we'll see. I'm just kind of I still really like competing, but I also want to put together some segments because I haven't really had the time to put together anything that I've been really happy with. So got to do that before I'm all done. So we'll see how the next few years go.
That's cool, man. That's good to hear. After the comp, are you heading straight back to the States? Are you going back to NZ? What's the sort of plan until the end of the season?
I'm heading over to Larks after this for the European Open.
Of course, yeah.
That's back up and running again, and I've had some really great memories from that place.
Yeah.
When I was super young, that was like the first major contest that I won. So.
Was that Stard, wasn't it?
Nah, it was in Larks. I can't even remember what year it was. I might have been like 15, 16.
Oh wow.
Like years ago.
Yeah.
I had some pretty cool times with the boys out there. So.
And
Go back
they
and
cut
check
they cut a good park over there, right?
Oh yeah, it's sick for sure. So I'm going to go there, and then I'm going to film with Atomic for a week in Innsbruck, and then go to 9 Nights for a couple of days into Whistler for the AFP World Champs, and then over to Sweden for the last year of UNOS Invitational. So he's doing that for the last time, so I'm going to go do that.
So for someone that says they're chilling out a little bit, you're actually real hectic.
I've been like chilling most season. It was a slow start to my season because of my neck.
Of course, yeah.
And my first comp was going to be X-Games, and then I just got played at X-Games in Big Air. I was pretty smoked. So then I had like 3 weeks off skis, like jumped back on real quickly, and then I've come here. So I've had a pretty slow start to the season, so I'm just trying to
warm up and get back into it. Yeah. Well, what a great way to do that, man. Up at the B&E, riding with your homies, shredding the amazing setup that they've got up there. And maybe going up to the top of Les Arcs and having a look around the Agua Rouge at some point.
Got to.
Cool, man. Well, look, Jossi, really good to see that you're healthy again. Thanks so much for your time. And best of luck out there. Have a great time.
Appreciate it, bro.
Cheers, Steve.